Hello there, it's time for more basement time. That's redundant. Renovating a downstairs in an investment property where it goes from this to this. Curses. Okay, this was supposed to do one of those clever transitions, but I'm not exactly a wizard, so. Oh, there it is. Maybe I am a wizard. Look at that. Yeah! This flooded basement was wet. So wet that it was wetter than the slowest kid in a super soaker fight. So that had to be rectified. To remedy this, it was dehumidified, the walls were kicked out, the ceiling was painted as dark as my soul, we're milling some very long and very, very stiff wood, and then installing some very long and very stiff wood, setting a floor via scandasanas, and supergluing a TV flush to the wall to look as clean and minimal as possible. And now, for continuity's sake, I'm going to rip up the floor and install a fresh piece of unflooded drywall. And after that, we're gonna install some slats. Yes! So let's get to what you came here for, more shenanigans. Alright, so this is the foundation of what we're going to be using for our slats. This is the batten pieces on the back. Angled, shimmed out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of contact. Hold it in place. Give it 3 effect. Come out beyond the staircase itself. And let's now make some more. Let's make some wood. Alright, so I was on autopilot, ripping boards here. But look at this. Look at this Swiss cheese. That's some character, but the structural integrity is a bit compromised. But one certainly doesn't want this type of hole in the wood. It's a bit much, is it not? So using this would be like trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Or if you put a round peg in a square hole, that's just equally as upsetting.
And up next, a cylinder.
The circle.
I think that goes in
The circle.
the square hole. That's right, the square hole. And up.
I don't know if I'm gonna troll you again by leaving a spot unfinished. Am I? Will he do it? Is that cruel? All right, here's the final form of the finished and sealed golden oak colorway on these fine slats or shaft pieces. We got 36 of them. That'll be 2 inches wide with a 1-inch void in between. And the camera sensor let off. Let's go feed the pet raccoon. More marshmallow for you. Yeah. Get it. Nom, nom, nom. Here you go, Rocco. No. The COB LED light did show up for the other side. I wasn't gonna leave it one-sided, that's just awkward. So we're gonna put that on here again. And get crack-a-lacking with some more chiropractor noises. And there we have some lights on both sides. Alright, let's pull this tape. Let's pull this tape. Yeah, that didn't come out as great as I wanted it to. You know, see, I left it on too long. That's what happens. Suffer the consequences of your own actions. Alright, this is Optimus primed in white and ready to party, so let's do the thing. Captain's log. Here are our slats and the batten behind, giving it its three-dimensional appeal. And once again, the golden oak. It's bringing us out of the monochromatic elements with more warmth. Clearly a style that I enjoy embodying and honoring the classic chashitsu or tea house. Anyone that's seen the prior work that I've done knows my adoration for the Rama, aka Japanese wood lattice style. It's very mid-century, minimalistic, and it creates a distinction and texture to a space that it would have otherwise just been a wall. So this was implemented here so that the stairs were not simply barricaded off and you can have it open and see through the slats. So we need to have a safety barrier for whomever roams here. But in your own home, you do what you want. I sure did by having two staircases that are open concept. Yeah! Now we move on to this little outlet. When the home was built by whoever, I swear, there may have been a significant copper shortage because there was absolutely not even a millimeter of slack in the wiring. Typically, I would frame out and extend the outlet, though since that wasn't an option here with the great copper shortage of 1962, I decided to let my hair down, trim out a little secret squirrel action here. What are you doing with that ball? What are you doing with that ball? Hey! Almost. Yeah. So I waited until after the floor was in and grouted till I put the columns on to make sure that the measurements were tight as possible and not just, well, less than ideal, if you will. I got our wiring for our switch to have our LED light on and off, and look in the distance, there is the slats. There they are in all their glory. And yeah, you can see I left 3 steps open. In this state, you can have 3 steps before you need a railing. And that's OSHA compliant, so look at that. Trying to be safe, not feel so tight. And if you're tripping from that far, you'll just roll an ankle, you know. That's the worst case scenario. Versus if you had somebody stumbling from higher above, you're gonna have a bad time. Here's the detail of the slats on the bottom and the top and the trim. It's all coming together. I'm really excited about it, actually. It's starting to look, this Waffle House is starting to look like a waffle home. Anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a lovely day, and we should be wrapping this up, hopefully, real soon, all the other fine little details. And then that'll be that. So, ciao.
Up next, the triangle. We know what hole that goes into,
triangle.
right?
Triangle.
That's right, the square hole. And